Give yourself some ease. I am reminded of this quote. I actually saw it a long time ago, but I was going through my photos and I saw it again, and it said, if you are healing and breaking all at once, do not fear. This is growth. And Q Gibson, I don't know who that is, but I appreciate him for that quote because let me tell you. But I do want to say it again just because y'all need to know. If you are healing and breaking all at once, do not fear. This is growth. I don't know about y'all, but just lately it's just been so much going on. And, not just on the outside. I know it's a lot going on the outside. But for me, I just been feeling so many intense emotions. I've been feeling like an inconsistent wavering in my energy and just having false uncertainties and just beating myself up and not, being nice to myself. You know what I'm saying? And so I was reminded, and I'm just looking over here because I got some notes, y'all. I'm trying to get my camera right. But I was reminded, I was like, Zay, why are you doing this to yourself? Like, what's going on? Because, yes, there's a battle outside of us, y'all. Like, we already know, like, being distracted, there's so much going on in the world. But I already know, like, most people already know, like, the biggest battle is the battle on the inside. Like, the battle that's inside of us. So I was just thinking, like, Zay, like, calm down. Like, we gonna get through this, but we need to figure out, what's really going on. And, with it being like the beginning of a new year and, a lot of people trying to bounce back from last year, and just seeking like true transformation within this year. I don't know if y'all been feeling that. Like I've been feeling it. It's just been a lot of energy, a lot of emotions, a lot of, thoughts. It's just been too much going on. So, I wanted to invite you all to just like give yourself some mercy, show yourself some grace, some love, some compassion, give yourself some calmness and relax. Like literally just comfort yourself and love on yourself and, continuously practice patience and practice, being serene because again, there's already a big enough war going out, outside of us, but how we treat ourselves and what we do and how we take responsibility for what's going on in the inside, is important. Hello. I see y'all hopping on. As you hop on, say hello so I can say hello back. If you're watching the replay, drop Zay, I miss you, so I can reach out to you and let you know that I miss you too. Over the next couple minutes, I just kind of want to, again, just share, just this journey of how I'm handling my internal transformation with grace, because again, like these past couple of weeks, especially, there's just been so many intense emotions and I just felt like I've been out of control. And so, I just wanted to share with you all and invite you all 3 things that I'm doing in hopes to give you all some peace and give you some steps to get in control of your emotions and your thoughts and your energy, y'all. We got to be in control of all of that. So, number 1, I'm going to tell you to just slow down. Slow down, you know what I mean? And I'm going to speak from my own personal experience, with, having these visions for my life and these goals. I'm thinking like, oh, of course, momentum, let's go fast. But being realistic, most people can go cold turkey and like just make a decision and just go. But what I'm learning for myself is that it's not about just right now. Like I want change to be long term. I want it to last. You know what I mean? So with that, I would just say just slow down and get in alignment with, everything. Like work towards being conscious, present, and aware. Like being, aware of where you are now and like really thinking your way towards wherever you're trying to go. Because I feel like the reason why we're so off balance. And I don't even know if balance is even a real thing. I think it's something somebody made up, but I don't even know if it's a real thing. But to allow us to move with grace, I really think it's important for us to start on a foundation from being conscious, present, and aware, and start and then get in the flow of a pace. It's not about, going fast is important and getting, in rhythm, but I feel like, it's very important to get in flow and get in pace so you can, build the stamina and the foundation so you can go long term. So number one is just slow down. Like, if you already feel like your life is in chaos and it's a lot going around, just take a moment. And maybe it's, a few minutes every day, maybe like 5 minutes every day just to stop and slow down. Or maybe, you want to take a day off and literally just give yourself that time, that energy, that space to literally become like present, conscious, and aware of where you are and what's going on inside of you. Number two, think for yourself. And when I say about that, going back to that battle of everything that's inside of us, there are many analogies of, having the hero and the villain that's inside of us. I like to reference having the highest expression of ourselves and the lowest expression of ourselves. I do believe, just like with anything in life, there's a polarity, there's a duality. And then, when you show up as your best self, that's one side of you, or, like having the angel and the devil, however you want to put it. But we also have that low energy that's fighting our progression and our level up, our ascension. So think for yourself, like literally allow yourself to process everything. You know what I mean? I don't know about you. I know there are a lot of people who, they're very fast with their mind. Me, I'm a slow learner. It's so crazy. But like, for instance, if I learn something, it may take me a while to make it make sense in my mind. And I think I'm a pretty slow learner compared to other people. But I embrace that because after I got it, after I understand something, after I understand it, after I write it out and I can connect it in my mind, you can't tell me nothing, honey. I'm a pro, I'm a master, and then you can't outwork me after I get it. So, give yourself time to think for yourself. And as you're growing through that process of transforming and going after the highest expression of yourself, just be calm, practice serenity and peace, and give yourself some ease. So what are how can you start to think for yourself, right? I just say write it out. Take 5-10 minutes every single morning, or going back, doing a day where I'm hey, I'm just writing everything that's on my mind and write it out. And just write it out. Don't do it neat. Don't do it pretty. These are my notes from something else, but literally just write it out, y'all. Get it out your head. Don't do it neat. Don't do it pretty, because no structure. Just get it out. Write it out. Start thinking through processing, getting quiet. Definitely doing this exercise alone. Allowing yourself to just be, right? No expectations of yourself, no standards, no boundaries. Literally just giving yourself time to be. And again, going back to just listen to the highest expression of yourself, but then also listen to your highest source. So whomever you worship, whomever you give praise to, listen to them, or listen to it. But also listen to yourself. And so to think for yourself and to exercise, to get through that exercise, again, go back and journal, pray about it, and ask, because we don't ask enough. We have to ask yourself, ask your brain questions, allow your brain to work for you. Your brain, again, in my mind, in my mind, it's your highest self and your lower self. So instead of allowing those limiting beliefs, a lack of self-worth, whatever it may be, doubting, lack of confidence, bombard your mind, ask those questions. Why do I feel like this? What is happening? What am I supposed to be doing? Like, give me the lesson, and ask for it. So ask your brain questions, but then also ask your higher self and ask your higher power to give you clarity, to give you the lesson, to give you whatever you're supposed to get. And then pray about it. I think, this is definitely a spiritual journey, and just pray. Just pray. I'm telling you, it ain't nothing else you can do. Just pray about it. And again, it's not fancy. Like, sometimes I be praying and I don't be sitting or hands. I just be praying and talking, to the source, without, because that's the relationship that I built with the highest source. So, just again, journal, write it out, meditate, and pray on it, y'all. Think yourself through all these emotions, all these energies. Like, you can create all that with your mind. So those are what I would do for that. And then number 3, it's work on being content. That has been a battle for me. If I'm being very, very honest and authentic, like, yeah, being grateful. We all say that, working on gratitude. Yeah, be grateful, be grateful. But like, literally understanding and feeling and embracing contentment I'm learning that's a whole new level. Like, when you're content, and when I say content, I'm not talking about being comfortable, but being content, like being okay, like really being in alignment and being okay. Like, hey, like, I'm so grateful that I am where I am, and not, I'm trying to really explain it, because you can say, hey, I'm grateful for this, but so what comes to my mind is, so I remember I saw this video where this little boy, his parents were playing a joke on him. He was like 3 or 4 years old, and they wrapped up an avocado and they gave it to him as a present. And when he opened it, he was like, oh, an avocado. And he was so grateful. And he was very, very content that it wasn't what he expected, but he's okay. Like, he's okay with it. I don't know if that was a good a good reference, but like, literally, let's say I'm gonna give another example, y'all. We're gonna work through this one, okay? But let's say, like, as far as contentment, you aren't in the place that you want to live at. Like, yes, you are grateful, but literally just being at ease and being comfortable and being confident that, like, hey, I'm here because this is where I'm supposed to be. Like that level of gratitude. Like, I feel like it's a scale, and it's like, are you closer to gratitude or are you further away? So being at that level of contentment, that's what I'm talking about. So number 3 is still work towards contentment. Give gratitude for exactly where you are. No matter, if you feel like, man, I've been failing, or I've been, like, just messing up this whole time, it's okay. You are supposed to be exactly where you are. Being mindful that everything always works out in your favor. So give thanks that, and give thanks that you have the responsibility to earn the experience, or to earn the credibility to move forward, because everything that you're going through right now in this moment, you're going to be able to use this experience in your story to be relatable to other people. And just being a proud student of life, like learning to master this part of your purpose, and embracing your life's journey. So that's what I think of when I think about contentment. So the 3 things we need to do is definitely, number 1, slow down. Number 2, think for yourself. Literally think for yourself, and think through this moment in your life, and work towards contentment. And then throughout this journey, because I think, going back to myself, I'm trying to get my mind to understand there's no destination. Everything is a journey. Everything is a marathon. Like, everything is a practice, right? You just train and train and train, and it's just a process. You know what I'm saying? So intentionally gift yourself and show yourself some mercy, some gratitude, some love, some compassion. Just gift yourself with ease. And yes, so I don't know if you were able to relate to that. If you were able to relate to that, go ahead and drop some hearts in the comments below. With this hashtag life with Zay, I don't think I introduced myself properly, but with this like hashtag life with Zay, I am like pretty much sharing my journey as I'm beginning to transform into the highest expression of myself, in hopes to empower you to live out your purpose. If you found value in this video, again, share your biggest takeaway of what you found in this video, and share it on your social media in hopes to empower somebody else as well, and comment your biggest takeaway on this video. Without further ado, y'all, I'm telling y'all, just be nice to yourself, be kind to yourself, loving yourself, give yourself some grace and some ease and some comfort, and be patient. And remember, this is your journey. This is your inner journey. It's nobody else. So stop comparing where you are, because you may be on chapter 1 on this chapter. You may be on chapter 1 on this part of your journey or in this book of your journey, but somebody else may be on the 20th book and they on the 20th chapter in that book. So you never know what that person had to go through emotionally, physically, mentally to get to where they are. So just focus and mind your business in your own chapter, in your own life. So without further ado, I will see you on the next video. Have an awesome night.